Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to be going through the NLT, New Living Translation, Daily Reader's Bible. And this is in hardback. For those of you that are new here, thank you so much. I'm Steve. Thanks for stopping by the channel. While you're here, you're going to get challenged and encouraged to be the Christian you claim to be. And I'm going to do that by going through scripture and reviewing solid resources and tools to make your day-to-day better and more Christ-focused. For those of you who are regulars, thank you so much. I pray for you often. I really do. And I appreciate your feedback and your comments. So let's get into this. So this is a daily reader's Bible. It's organized a little bit different. And for those of you who like to read the Bible, let's say through the year, I guess you don't have to do it in a year, but this Bible is designed to be read through in a year. So let's go over some statistics and we'll get into what you're going to get. First of all, I want to say thank you to Tyndale. Tyndale sent me this review copy so I can show you what they have and so we can put good solid resources out there. It retails for about $29.99. You can usually find them on sale for less than that, even 50% off sometimes at websites such as Christianbook. So I'll put a link down in the description. This Bible is 6 1/4 by 9 inches by 1 inch. So it's not super big. It's pretty light. You know, you could carry this around. Even stick it in a purse. It might be slightly big for a purse, but you could stick it in a purse if you needed to. You carry it around and do your daily readings. It comes with a really nice dust jacket. I'm going to take it off for the purposes of being out of the way while we do the review. But I want you to see the dust jacket. Here's the ISBN. And a little bit about the features that you get. One really super nice thing about this hardcover is that the cover looks exactly like the dust jacket. So if you're not into dust jackets, take it off and throw it away. It is hardcover, so the liner's just pasted down. It's a typical hardcover. You can have hardcovers rebound. I have spoke to a couple rebinders that I chat with on occasion, and you can have hardcovers rebound in, say, goat skin. Usually these come in like a hardcover and a soft cover. So with the daily readers Bibles, you're not going to get tons and tons of options like you would with a standard reference Bible or a study Bible as far as premium goat skin and regular genuine leather and bonded leather and hard. So they just don't put them out in quite as many varieties. So just wanted you to know that. This is a red letter edition and there is no ribbon. If you know me, you know I like my ribbons. A Bible like this, in my opinion, would be even more handy to have a ribbon. You really only need one because you're reading through it day by day. So maybe the next time you print it, if you're listening, my minor constructive criticism is give me a ribbon. I like my ribbons. All right, so let's get to the title page. And it'll give you some of the information about the NLT. Of course, this was printed right here in the United States of America. And here are your two options. Sometimes on the title page you get options, sometimes you don't. I get a little bit of a note to readers and like the goal of the translation. But again, this is not a typical, and you'll see this in a minute, this is not a typical Bible, reference Bible or study Bible, so it's not laid out like a Bible. So they're not going to give you all the in-depth information on the translation as they usually do. So if you want to know more about the New Living Translation, for example, pick up one of their reference Bibles or a study Bible, or just go to their website, Tyndale's website, and they'll give you information on that. So this is an important section to this Bible. There's not a whole lot to this Bible as far as different features, but you need to read through this. So it's going to give you like a welcome and how the Bible's broken down, because it's not just simply read through Genesis to Revelation in 1 year. I'm going to show you, but it's broken up into 3 sections. So you get a story section, which basically are readings from the narrative portions of the Bible, kind of time for reflection. Then you get a teaching section, which are readings from the prophetic books and the letters. And then you get a wisdom section, which are basically readings from the wisdom or poetry books. And that's going to tell you how to go through these sections and give you information on why they arranged them this way, okay, and how they arranged them. They worked hard to unify the readings, so it's not just random readings that they pulled through the Bible. How they arranged them and why they arranged them that way for readability and for better understanding of the texts as you read them through, such as the historical books. There's books that kind of cross over each other. If you've read through the Old Testament, there's multiple accounts of the same thing in the books of Chronicles and Kings, and so it kind of helps break those down so you'll understand them a little bit better. And then it tells you a little bit about the indexes, and we'll take a look at that. Then we get into the reading. So this is a 9.5 point font. It's very readable. The font is nice and big. Not too many words to a line. Although this page is slightly different, it's gonna switch from here and there, and I don't know why they did this. If you have the answer, for example, on day 2, it's 3 column. Okay. So they kind of break it up. It seems to me like they break it up based on the reading that you're doing. For example, the story section is broken up into 3 columns. That's why they did it. The teaching section is broken up into 2 column, all paragraph format. And then the wisdom section, as it should be, is single column. So that'll help you kind of follow along and know where you're at. So let's open up to day 4. It would be too long if they started a new one of these on each page. So they just, when one starts, the next one starts. And you'll see this is day number 4. One thing I like about this Bible is that it doesn't have the date written on there. Sometimes you buy daily readers Bibles or through the Bible in a year, and it's like start January 1. And I don't have a problem with it. But for a guy like me who's a little OCD, I feel like I need to start on January 1st. You don't have to do it that way, but when it says January, my brain gets stuck. So this just says day number 4. Doesn't matter when you start, keep record yourself, and this is where a ribbon would come in handy. You read day number 4, and it gives you the story section. It does tell you, real small here up in the corner, what verses these are. So you can have your everyday carry or your reference Bible right alongside this and follow along as you're reading your daily reading. And then you get your teaching section, okay, and the reference. And your poetry section and the reference. And that's it. And then it moves on to day number 5. So really, I looked through and have read through some of these days. I did not read through this whole thing. But you're looking, if you sit down and just read it, you're looking at no more than 30 minutes. And that's if you are reading it and studying things as you go. If you just sit down and read through this, it really is only 3 pages. It should take you 10 minutes to read through this information for one day. And that's very doable. If you do this and follow this day 1 through day 365, it'll take you through the whole Bible in a year. And that's why it's broken down this way, to help you understand. And you know what? Sometimes it's just nice to not have to think to not have to sit down and try to decide what book am I going to read through and how am I going to study. I want to read through the whole Bible. Great. Pick up a daily reader's Bible such as this, and it'll just give you the information. And you can sit there and read through it and pray through it. That's the basics of what you're getting as far as the text goes. There's no notes, no cross references, because like I said, it's not laid out. It's not laid out like a typical Bible, so they can't give you cross references and such. In the back, there are a couple of indexes that you might want to know about or might want to use. So you get your daily reading plan index, and this just gives it to you straight through, the days, what verses you're reading on what days. So that information might come in handy. And they give you kind of like a topic or a title to each one of these sections. And that's kind of good to know as you're reading through them. You might want to reference that, or you might want to skip to a day to read about what it has to say about that day and what page to go to. And then it gives you a topical index. So if you want to read through the Bible topically, I don't know if every single reading falls into a topic, but let's say you want to read a couple days on authority or on anger. It'll give you the reference, the day number, and the page. And so that's super handy. And that's it. You do get a couple of white pages in the back. If for some reason you wanted to take notes, there's about 3 pages back here you could write on. And the back cover, and it does give you the ISBN on the back cover. There we go. So this is really a terrific resource if you're the type of person that wants and or needs something just laid out for you. You literally just open up to day 4 and read through day 4. This is a fantastic resource. The New Living Translation is very pleasant to just sit and read. And a Bible like this is nice for that reason. You just read it for 10 minutes a day. It's easy to read. It lays out what you're going to read for you. And the New Living Translation is very readable. That being said, the scholars that have translated, especially the Old Testament, have done, per some of the articles they've written or read, done a really good job of capturing the Hebrew language, which is kind of hard because it's emotional and experiential kind of driven. And the New Living Translation really can help you understand some of that with the way that the translators have translated that information. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to answer them as normal. And I'll leave a link to this to Christianbooks if you want to pick one of these up. They're fantastic. Again, I want to say thank you to Tyndale for sending me this review copy so I can show it to you. Thanks again for watching, and be who you claim to be. Hey, if you like this video and feel it may help others, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you've enjoyed the content and feel led to contribute to help this ministry continue, I've put a link to my PayPal account down in the description. Have a great day, and may the road rise to meet you.